Yeah. Alright, get straight into it. Doing BC coilovers on the 2021 Toyota Camry SE. Here I'm just taking off the wheel. About to add some background music. Psych nah, psych nah. Here I took off the top nut from the sway bar end link. I believe it was a 17. Low key, it took me a little minute to get that socket, but you know, be locked in, be locked in, be locked in. Try to hit it out here with the hammer, but that didn't work, so I had to use a 1/2-inch extension, and it took that shit right on out. Here I got the sockets ready to take out the bottom part of the strut. I believe there are 22s on each side. Of course, it was a nut and a bolt. And now I'm taking out the nuts at the top. I believe there were 14s. Also, one word of advice, always use jack stands. My hard-headed ass don't like to use them, but at some point I do end up using them because this little jack I have right here didn't do me any justice. Like, it was so terrible. Bolt holding in the brake line was a 14 as well. There were like 2 clips I think that you had to undo at the bottom of the strut. Make sure you do that. And yeah, now the strut's out, so it took like 9 minutes for real, if I'm being honest. It wasn't that bad. Like, I know y'all see the BCs, upgrades. And they do come labeled like front right, front left, that kind of stuff, so just make sure you put it in correctly. Basically, you want to just hold in place and start putting the nuts up top. Line this up, you know. this is a point where I realized I needed my jack stand. Make sure you always use those. See, now I can use the real jack and not that other blue bullshit, because that shit was not cutting it. Now I'm getting everything lined up. You want to get the bolts in, and then next I believe we're going to put the sway bar end link back. This point, for the sway bar end link for the nut up top, I realized it wasn't working. So what you can use, I think it's a 5 or 6 hex for the stud part, and then it's a 17 wrench, and you just gotta sit there and just take your time just to tighten it, and you can hit it with a gun. About to put the wheel back on, but then I realized, I was like, hold up, I ain't tighten that 14. And then I was like, wait, let me double check the 22 and make sure everything's tight. Make sure you double check your work. Put the wheel on the car, and now you can put the customer on the grill. But for real, put the wheel on, and you want to do the exact same thing to the other side. And for this part of the video, I'm gonna just let it play because I put this joint in like 5 times speed. Like, this joint about to be too fast. But basically, it's just showing what I did to the other side. But this is the I forgot what side I started with, but basically, yeah. ain't gonna lie. I wonder if anybody actually watching this. Like, if you catch this joint, GG's to myself. This side was so much easier because I found my little hex bit, you know, tighten that up. Oh, I need to calm down. All right. But basically, you know, you do one side, you find out the sizes, you do the second side, everything is so much easier. So finishing this shit up, and then we're going to start on the rears. Like, damn, why'd I jack it up so hard? Pause. Doing. Alright, here we start on the rears. I don't know why I didn't record taking the spring out, but it was so easy. It was like a 14 at the bottom. Pop that joint down, push it down, springs out. It was just like 2 seconds. See, getting ready to work, but like, look, I'm like so locked in right now. Y'all don't understand. Alright, at the bottom of the shock, I believe it was a 22. The nut was a 22 and the inner part was weird, but I just took out the nut just to hit the shock out. Y'all know when you working under a car, you just gotta take a quick second because like it should be too much sometimes. It be straining on your body and you're not locked in. But I be locked in for just watch this. I didn't have the arm strength to take this one thing out. Watch. Boom! Take that shit right on out with the foot strength. But do it at your own risk, because if you strip it, that's on you. It worked for me. What works for me may not work for you. Now I'm taking out the top bolts of the strut, shock, whatever. I believe they were 17s, but I don't remember because I low-key filmed this like a week ago and I just don't remember. But I think it was a 17. They were, oh my god, I think they were 17s. And here I was trying to push it out. I didn't have enough clearance. I had to kind of push it down and then push the bottom towards the inside of the car, if that makes sense. Then it was able to pop out. But watch this bullshit. That comes up in a second. Just watch. Doing. That shit hurt so bad. Like, what? This switch right here from daytime to nighttime was because I did get the shock out. You have to take off the top joint of it out. Then you gotta kind of cut the bushing underneath and then swap it out. It's like a whole process, but it wasn't too bad. I believe it was like a 19 or 17. And yeah, basically swap that. Spring, it literally slips right in. You want to just jack it up, line up the joint with the joint, put the bolt in, It's a 14 bolt, and then the nut was a 16 on the other side. So make sure you hold that tight on one side. Alright, for let me stop playing. My bad, y'all. My bad. And of course, next the wheel back on, and then y'all gonna see the before and after.